future students of Northland Christian, students that already attend Northland Christian, or those fortunate strangers who just happen to stumble onto this site. My name is Eden Biles, and I'm a sophomore at Northland Christian. I've gone to school here for 3 years, and I have participated in various clubs, such as track, Blazer Singers, National Honor Society, Science Olympiad, and Worship Band. Through my 3 years, I've been able to grow close with all the teachers that I've had, but there's one in particular that I'd like to talk about today, and his name is Mr. Kevin James McKee. Mr. Kevin James McKee has taught at Northland Christian for 3 years. He was born in Florida but raised in Michigan. He attended Missouri State University for his degree, and he's currently obtaining a Master's of Arts in Christian Education at Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. Mr. McKee teaches Chemistry 1 and 2, Physics, and Astronomy at Northland Christian. He's the coach of our middle school and high school Science Olympiad team. He's very devoted, and I'm so grateful to be able to interview him today. Hello, Mr. McKee.
Hi, Eden.
How are you?
I am all right. How are you doing?
Doing well. All right, so what time do you get to school each day?
Generally, I get to school anywhere between 6:45 and about 7.
What do you do when you get here?
First, kind of make sure Raja's taken care of, everything's all right, and then usually pull up my email, run through that, make sure I have my plan for the day, maybe organize some materials.
And you mentioned Raja. Raja is?
Raja is our bearded dragon here at Northland Christian, and she is about 3.5 years old, and has been with us since she was about 6 months old. So she's our icon bearded dragon.
How big is she?
She is actually about 18.5 inches, and she'll probably grow just a little bit more, but not a whole lot more.
Okay. But how did you hear about it?
Well, I heard about Northland Christian initially at my church. Brian Rose was one of the school board members here at Northland Christian, and Nathan Rose, his brother, was the pastor of my church. And so I heard rumors about that, and then I looked up the school online. I Googled it and saw that, man, this is the type of school that has the same philosophy that I do. Mm-hmm. And then started subbing at Northland Christian, and then through Mrs. Fountain found out that there would be an opening the following year, and then they approached me and asked me if I'd consider.
So where did you teach before?
Prior to being here in Kansas City and teaching at Northland, I was in Southwest Missouri and taught in the public schools, and previously it was in Sparta.
Why did you decide to become a teacher?
Initially, I wasn't going to be a teacher. I had planned on being a veterinarian, and planned on getting my chemistry degree, and then at Missouri State, and then going on to Mizzou to the vet school. But while I was in my first year at Missouri State, God kind of got a hold of me and said, you can keep the science, but I have a different kind of animal for you to tackle. And I prayed about it and prayed for God to work in my heart to change me in that direction, and that's what He did.
What's been one of your favorite memories from teaching at Northland?
Oh, man. The success of Science Olympiad is a big one. Having fun moments with students, not necessarily getting the water balloon thrown at me, but having those moments. I think of going outside and being out for field day, which is another fun experience, and having the opportunities to interact with kids really more on the day-to-day basis. So E-Block and having conversations about how do we take faith and apply it into everyday life. Those are the moments I live for.
So you mentioned Science Olympiad. How have you guys done this year?
This year started off a little rocky, and we had some challenges in getting everybody organized and together and getting the movement where we needed to be. But I think after our first competition, we started going in a better direction. And although I couldn't be at regionals, we had tremendous success there. And that is a marked improvement from where we were last year. And then to even have a couple of our guys qualify to go to state, that's huge. And for having only had 2 years to do this program, to go to state and beat some of these other schools that have been doing this for decades, that's impressive.
So what was probably one of the hardest things for you and your leaders to tackle?
Probably and I think it's probably going to be every year. It's getting all of these people in 23 different events organized and ready and working on their own, because we can't micromanage that. But getting them all in the same thought process, that we're a team and yet we compete as individuals, and that it's real. And the first competition tends to wake us up for that. But it's fun, but it's real and it's competition. I think that's the challenge, is getting everybody in that mode of thinking, yeah, I'm really going to do this. But I think people lock into it after the first competition and really want the success.
What do you think was one of the funnest moments for Science NCES?
Oh, man. Well, last year, as I was followed around and I heard quacking behind me because I supposedly was the mother duck, that was kind of fun. Slightly annoying, but kind of fun. I would also say the get-togethers where we've been able to get together, like with our award ceremony in the past. This year, with our initiation, when we brought new members in, I thought that went awesome. And it had a ceremonious quality to it that was kind of formalized, and yet at the same time was a lot of fun to do.
That's all the questions that I have. So thank you for your time, Mr. McHugh.
No problem. Thank you.